Circumstances don't matter, so don't allow the world to tell you that a man won't accept you and your kid. Hi guys, welcome to Must Haves Conversations of Storytime. In this series, I'm going to be taking you through a lot of the things that happened to me in the process of losing my husband, my best friend, and my protector. Stay tuned for this next episode because I'm going to lighten up the mood. Circumstances don't matter, so don't allow the world to tell you that a man won't accept you and your kid. You guys, I'm kind of reading from my notes because I want to make sure I cover everything about what happened with Billy and Amaya. When I met Billy, it was the first date that never ended. But when I met him, my daughter was in Vegas. She used to go to Vegas with my little brother Travis because my mom had lived there. She was gone to Vegas for like 2 weeks. And then my mom had her stay an additional 2 weeks. And they used to have a blast down there in the summer. And that would be like my free time, like in the summer. And I would just have like so much fun and go out and hang out with my friends and stuff. But at this point in my life, I was with someone else and we were kind of breaking up. And then, you guys, I was a rock star before I met my husband. But anyways, he saw my place and he saw how I took like really good care of my daughter. And he was actually impressed that I had my daughter. He was like, it's so cool. Like, you know, you're such a young girl. You take care of your daughter. She got her own room. It looks fly. I could cook. I used to, because like I said, the first day never ended. So in 3 weeks, a lot was unpacked. And he asked me to cook him meals. We were having fun. We were going out. Like, we vibed. And it was clear, like, we kind of fell in love really fast. But anyway, so he was like really up to like, okay, so what's up? Want to meet your daughter? Where is she? Like, I kind of can't wait to meet her because, you know, she's a part of you. I want to meet her. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, I got to go pick her up from Vegas. So do you want to drive me down there? We kind of make it a little vacation. He was like, okay, we'll go down there for the weekend. I think my mom was actually having a barbecue that weekend. And so down there, we got a hotel. But then I would come to the house and like hang out and he would do his thing. He would like be, because I really didn't bring him around. Like, I didn't bring him to the barbecue and Billy was like antisocial. So I just let him be from even back then. So he did meet my mom though, but then he left. And then the next day, Amaya wanted to go eat lobster. She was such a bougie kid. Like, one thing about her, I don't know if you guys know this, but I can get into a story time of that. I had her when I was 16 and her dad got killed when I was 2 months pregnant. And that's a crazy story. But it was like, since her dad got killed, so many people helped me and blessed me. Because they were like, oh my gosh, this girl's here taking care of her kid. She's so young. Like, everyone was impressed by that. And looking back, I see why. Because there are some people that, you know, don't take care of their kids. They don't, you know, make sure their kids are good. So anyways, we went to Red Lobster and we went there and we ate. It was me, him, and my little brother. And she ate, and mind you, we grew up together. So at this time, she's around 5. Before that, if I was dating guys and I went to a 5-star restaurant and she was home, I'm like, okay, well, I'm bringing my daughter. And these were like friends that I would just have. Like, she would know them as my friends. Like, she wouldn't see them at my house. She wouldn't see them like spending the night in my house. These were my friends. So I'd be like, well, I have a mind to bring her. So Maya would be at Ruth Chris. She'd be at 5-star restaurants. Afterwards, they'll take her shopping. It's just like, she was just like an adorable little kid. And everyone like wanted to do stuff for her. So anyways, we go to Red Lobster and we're in there eating. And she was like, I want lobster. And we used to go to this place called, what is it called? It's on PCH. Dear God, please, I hope nothing happened to it in the fires. I forgot the damn name, you guys, but it's off of PCH and it's a seafood spot. We used to go there a lot when she was little. So she said, this lobster's fake. And he was like, and I looked at her like, why? I don't know why. And he was like, you're right, it is fake. And then we all just started laughing. And he was like, yeah, I don't like this lobster either. It's chewy. I don't really like it, but you just said you wanted lobster and you guys said you wanted to come here. And it's kind of like they laughed and related on that, a 5-year-old and Billy. And so I remember them leaving and she grabbed his hand and she never grabbed, she did that with one other person, but it's like, I don't know, like just like on the first day, like she grabbed his hand and it really touched him because he has a daughter that's older and he loves his daughter. I mean, he loves her so much. And I feel like because things had happened in his life that he missed in his daughter's life, I feel like Amaya was kind of like giving him a feeling like he was kind of getting a second chance with his daughter a little bit, if that makes sense. He loved her so much. So anyways, so basically we were together every day. So when she came home, he was there every single day. She would go to school. He would give her money for lunch every day. It was like $3. And he literally, every time he came in the house, he would buy her a gift, you guys. He was like, babe, I can't be somewhere and not see a kid toy and not get it for her. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like, it would melt my heart. She still sleeps with this bear that she calls Mr. Bear, that he bought her from the Cheesecake Factory. I wish she still had the onesie, because it had a onesie that said Cheesecake Factory all over it. I wish she still had the onesie, but she still sleeps with this bear and it's Mr. Bear until this day. And I feel like no matter what she did or how, because it's true about kids having personality since they little, because that girl, it's like she knew that she was spoiled and she knew that everyone was going to spoil her. So it's like, I felt like for her whole life, like even Billy and me, like we overcompensated her because we always wanted her to know like she's special. And it's just because your dad's not here doesn't mean you're not loved. Like, we love you just as much. And we dedicated a lot of time to doing that, we realized. But no matter what she did, she couldn't push him away. And this one instant I'm gonna tell you about, and I was like, I'm just doomed. He's never talking to me again. And it's so funny, and I wanted to share it with you. So I say, I say about probably 3-4 months in, guys. No, maybe 6 months. Guys, don't quote me. I can come back to this, but it was fast. I'm telling you, everything went fast with me and him. So she had already went on a Disney cruise, and I was like, I want to take her to Disney World. He was like, okay, I'll go. I'll take you guys. So he takes us to Disney World, and we get all this stuff. We got to get the tickets, everything. He's on a plane. We're going to Disney World. Like, it's cool. Like, so we get to Disney World. We go. We have plans, our itinerary, going to restaurants, and we're at this restaurant. And at this particular restaurant, it has all these like animals. It's like a jungle theme. So she's there and she's eating her food, and she went into one of her moods. One thing about her, she will go into her, and she's the same way right now. Her birthday is February 25th. People blame it on signs. I don't believe in signs, but whatever. She'll get into one of her little moods. I don't know what it is. And so I guess she was in her little mood. I don't know what was going on in her head, but she's drawing on the table, and she has a picture of a mom, a dad, and her. And the waitress just keeps coming by, and they're so kind at this restaurant and bringing her sweets and everything. And they're like, oh my gosh, you were drawing a picture of your family. Like, how cute and adorable is that? And she's like, I'm talking about my dad up there in heaven. Yeah, this isn't my dad. And I was like, I just literally wanted to crawl under the table. And I couldn't believe she did that. And it's like, what am I going to say to her? She's telling the truth. But he never gave up on her. He never gave up on us, no matter what, because I don't know, maybe he knew that maybe he empathized with her maybe for not having a dad, and he just probably was like, you know what? I'm not going to be overbearing, but I'm going to just show you what a dad is. I'm going to just show you what a dad's supposed to do, and that's what he did. And I also want to get into how we met. So I was dating, like I said, all these guys, and, you know, just hanging out, having fun, clean, good fun, right? And I remember her saying, Mom, I really wish I had a dad. And she just always would say it. It's like she would yearn for a dad. And she was just always she was like a grown-up as a kid. Do you guys have any kids? And you're like, you are a little grown-up. Like, for you to even be, like, asking me these questions, but I would have these grown-up conversations, and I'm like, okay, your dad did not choose to be here. And she's going to school, and she's like, Lisa has a dad. Jane has a dad. You know, I'm just saying random names. And I'm like, I know, but, you know, that's because her dad is, God didn't take her dad away. Your dad's in heaven. You know, I used to keep trying to explain that to her, but she just yearned for a dad. And so before I met Billy, and it was a guy before Billy that I was dating, that we were together, and he became her dad too. Like, Billy and him became friends because me and him, like, we made it to where me and him stopped talking, but he was involved in her life because he was a father figure to her too, and she loved him as well. But this was where she was seeing, like, me and him was not working out, And she was like, I want a dad. Like, she just was confused. Like, Mom, I want a dad. I want you to get married. I want us to move in the house. I want a dad. So I went to sleep, and I don't know what it was, but the next day I was like, hey. And I used to buy her all these journals. Like, do you guys have Hello Kitty kids? Like, we went in Hello Kitty every weekend. Like, and she bought she had everything. She had an alarm clock Hello Kitty. She had a waffle maker Hello Kitty. She had a rug Hello Kitty. Everything was Hello Kitty. But lots of things that I remember in Hello Kitty were these little notebooks and journal things, and these pens and these electric pencil boxes and pens. She would just go and buy everything. Whatever she didn't have, we'd go on Hello Kitty and she would get it, and it would always be to these notebooks. And so I was like, go grab one of your notebooks. So she grabs the notebooks. I'm like, okay, I already have a list, and I believe my grandma told me this, to write everything that I want down on a mat and put it in my Bible. But today, this day I got serious because I wanted to do something with her, and I wanted her to just kind of let it go and say, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to let this go. You know, like, so I told her, let's both sit here and write down everything we want in your dad. I'm going to put what I want in a husband, and you put what you want in him to be as your dad. And it's so crazy because I wish I still had her list, but I remember what some of the things were on her list. And one of them were, I want my dad to teach me how to ride a bike. I want him to brush my teeth, and I want him to take me to school. And for sure, all those things happened. Billy did all that. Billy taught her how to ride a bike. Billy used to like brush her teeth because he was serious about teeth. And he used to take her to school every single day. And it's just crazy because that like just shows you the power of your mind. And I've been really looking back and saying that a lot of things that happened for me in my life, I created them because I believed and I wanted it and I let it go. And I'm trying to like get back to that because that's back to kind of like a dreaming and an imagination state. And because I didn't allow certain things to like hinder my spirit or make me feel like I was defeated, I feel like that's how I was able to keep on saying, you know what, it's okay. I'm just going to dream. This is going to happen for me. Everything's going to work out. Life's going to be great. I just kept doing that. And I feel like that's how my life keeps on getting better and better. And like I said in my other episodes, it has nothing to do financial. It has nothing to do with anything financial. Financial will always come. Remember that, guys. If you want more, if you want more money, if you desire to have more things, create it. Imagine it. Take action and get it. I know it sounds cliche and easy, but I'm talking about like literally taking yourself away. Like I imagine myself being a housewife. I imagine myself having kids and being with my husband and him being faithful and loyal and amazing to me. I imagine him being a protector. Those were my specific words. Like, as we grow too, it's important to sometimes reevaluate your life and update those lists. I don't want to be around dream killers. I don't want to be around people that are have a limited mindset. I want to dream. My husband's last words to me was, dreams do come true. I guess dreams do come true because the things that I would tell him that I wanted to do, in his head, even though he did crazy astronomical things, but maybe from my perspective of me asking him, like when we went to Bora Bora, he was like, really? He would say stuff like, oh, really? We went. My kitchen. It was a major project. And he said no a couple times. And I wasn't mad about it. I just kept on imagining me having a kitchen. Some type of way I was going to have my dream kitchen because I wanted it. And I got it. And God used him to give it to me. And I don't want to be around anyone that's going to limit my dreaming because I'm always going to dream. It might not be for more money. It might be for something simple. It might be for me to grow asparagus. It might be for me to grow zucchini. Whatever my dream is, that's what I want to do. And I don't want anyone to kill it. I want you to support it. I want you to help me. I want you to be there for me. And if you could do that, anyone that could do that in my life, I'm going to keep you around. Anyone that's thinking positive and following their dreams and talking about goals and making their dreams come true, and that's just straight up happy. The goal is to just be happy. Honestly, that's your riches. To have great people around you, to have people that respect you. That is to me, the most riches of your life. So I feel like that is the main thing that I want to focus on this podcast, is to tell you guys, happiness first, peace first, and dream. Whatever you want, you can have it. You just got to dream and believe. Don't stop believing. Don't let nobody kill your spirit. Don't let somebody tell you can't have nothing. Look at them and be like, okay, maybe for you, but as for me, my dreams come true. Okay, let's see. In closing, I wanted to say, don't let society tell you that a man is not going to accept you and love you and your kid and love that kid as it's their own. Let Billy be your example. He loved her. He cherished her. He never, ever, ever, ever let her down. He was always there for her. And if that's what you desire and you're a single mom and you want to meet someone, you want to get married, I don't care how many kids you have, believe it. And just work on yourself and have your kids work on them, and just keep on being positive. Do not let outsiders tell you that it's impossible. Nothing is impossible. With God and the power of your mind and believing in yourself, anything is possible. So I think I will conclude that for this episode of Storytime. And I'll see you guys in the next story time so I can get back into my journey of the things that happened. This time I'm going to talk about another crazy story. I just want to lighten it up with this one. So, all right, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you for episode 4. Or I don't know what episode I'm going to call it.